Okay, so we shall wait for her to join in. In the meantime, a very warm welcome to all of you on my show because we are worth it, and it's a women's show for women by women of the women, and all my guests are all women with very strong stories and inspiring stories. Um, I am Madhu Ranjeet Singh, and I am an image consultant, an interior designer, and an entrepreneur from last 15 years. I'm also Mrs. India Universe 2018. Hi everyone, thank you for joining in. Hi Harman, thank you for joining in. So Richa is going to join us. She's just there. I have accepted her request to join in. Here she is, the gorgeous lady. Super.
So, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Very
Okay.
much.
Yeah.
Very much audible. So I was just, I was just introducing the series and the show. I was explaining them what it is all about. Yeah, and Richard, let me just finish with that, and then we will continue with you.
Sure.
Yeah, so because we are worth it for the series which I started under the banner of Madhu Ranjeet Singh Image Consultancy, and that was started about a year back, I would say, because the first series, the first episode was on the 30th of January 2020. Okay, and 2020 was like a shocker. So everything had come to a standstill, and we all know what happened after that. But somehow we managed to do about finish 6 episodes with some prominent, strong ladies. And with Richa, this is the seventh episode. And I would also like, give a brief introduction to our gifting partners. So we have always, right from the day one, we have always had Brillante Salon as our partner. But because of COVID now, usually this series actually takes place here in my office, where we are like, face to face, sitting next to each other and discussing things and conversing. But right now, because of COVID, we have like few series will be online, few series will be offline, and that's the way it's going to be. So our gifting partners are One Life Sense Aesthetic Skin Clinic. So thank you very much, Shweta Iyengar, for supporting us, supporting the series. Then I would also like to thank Mansi Pandey from Life and More for again solid support. Then we have Amrita Singh from Brillante Salon, and these are our gifting partners. And so now here is our beautiful guest, the gorgeous Richa Bhargava. I basically, all the in all the creatives, you must have seen that I have been calling her not as Richa as such. For me, she is the Yogini. For me, she is the lioness. Okay. So why these names like Yogini, or why am I calling her Yogini and also lioness? And you can see the smile on my face, and I'm like so happy to see her. So
So I'm trying to adjust my camera because initially, as you suggested, I was trying to see what might be wrong with Facebook. So give me 1 minute. You please continue. Let me just fix this so that it.
no worries. We understand this. So
Yeah.
I have already told the audience what went wrong and what we were trying to do, but there seems to be some technical glitch as far as Facebook is concerned. So I did inform them that Facebook we have dropped as of now, because we are not able to connect with each other on Facebook. So we are doing only Instagram right now, so we can have a good eye contact. I take the positives from there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So here we have, as I was saying, that Richa Bhargava to me is a yogini, a lioness, and there are reasons for me to call her that. So Richa, first of all, welcome so much
Thank you.
on because we are birthday series, and you are looking gorgeous as
Thank you.
always.
Thank you.
And I have to say this, I have to mention this, the what I would say, the radiating energies that you always, which I've always felt whenever I've seen your posts, and so I can feel that even now, though we are
Wow.
online,
Thank you so much.
but I can feel that now, and the purity with which you conduct your sessions, and the kind of a beautiful soul you are, which I've always felt connected. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining in and taking out time. And I'm sorry about Facebook, what has happened.
No
So
problems. In fact, when you were talking, I was trying to see what could be wrong with maybe my settings might not be allowing it or what. So I was trying to see that, but I could not figure out.
it's okay, because maybe there is a setting because where we are not able to invite you. In your setting, you might have to allow it. So that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. No problem. So maybe we will do another roundup some other time. Okay, so as far as Richa is concerned, I will just give us a little glimpse about her. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot that I need to read out, but mota mota I will just cover up, and that is that she um, is a university gold medalist veterinary doctor. So she is not Richa Bhargava, she is Dr. Richa Bhargava. During her college days, she has won gold medals at national level NCC horse riding. Okay, so she is India's best rider in 91. Wow. Richa, congratulations. Super,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
Super. And after graduation, she has served the government of MP, and she was posted at Indore Zoo. So she has literally worked in the zoo. So what has she done in the zoo? That's the reason I call her a lioness, because she has operated upon a lioness. Woo! Wow. So that's like super. Pursued MBA HR post marriage, shifted to management after her husband got transferred to Mumbai. She started her career. So, see what happens and how a lady adapts to the new changes and things coming up in her life. And she started her career in management, continued her studies on personalities, and finally, after few years, she was HR VP of an American multinational for the hydraulics in Mumbai, aerospace in Bangalore. Other responsibilities is in charge of learning and development up to ASEAN level, change management, wellness champion, customer loyalty, high performance team training, India. She has also represented India for wellness in a worldwide wellness forum at Tokyo. 8 years ago, she had to face a sudden crisis. I am not going to tell you anything about this. We will talk about it later. So she, after that, her life completely changed, and that we will cover during our interview with her. And Richa, if I'm not mistaken, there is something special today, right?
Today?
Yeah.
Nothing special.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No.
What happened? What is that you're guessing?
No, I'm not guessing anything. there is a line which reads going to be on this Thursday.
I'm not getting it. If you're talking about my birthday, it's already over.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking about birthday because this says that I have. Okay. Now, from any angle, I cannot say that you're 52.
But yes, I am.
I cannot say that you are 52. At least I can't. So yeah, so somebody has asked a question there, Richa. Can you repeat before the graduation? There was okay, there was a something he couldn't hear about you. So before the graduation. Okay, so she was the NCC. She was a gold medalist. She's a gold before graduation. She's a gold medalist veterinary doctor. During her college days, she is an NCC horse rider gold medal national level, and she is the India's best rider. She has been India's best horse rider in 91. So that is what I said. And after the graduation, she has served the government of MP, and she was posted in Indore Zoo, and she has operated upon a lioness. So there are reasons for me to call her a lioness. There are reasons for me to call her Yogini. So this was my brief touch up on her credibility and her detailing. But we would like to hear from you, Richa. Who all are there in your family, and please tell us something about yourself.
Oh, so because you started with my family, so let me talk about my family. I've got two daughters. The elder one is an engineer now. She's already working, 23, and young one is pursuing her 10th standard. My husband, he is an entrepreneur. He's a textile engineer plus MBA. So small family. And about me, you have already shared everything, but we'll go as the questions will be there.
Oh, fantastic. So we will start from your journey as a child, before graduation. How who was Richa before graduation?
Who was Richa before graduation? Like any other girl, dancing and moving and always dreamy and always achieving and on like in dreams always, and was an achiever, of course was an achiever. I used to paint, I was always into sports, but the painting was something which could take me away from the entire world. I might have learned this for maybe 16 years or maybe longer than that. And it was a good time. I belong to a place called Shivpuri. It's a very, very small place and a very nice childhood, I would say.
Okay. Awesome. So how come horse riding?
Oh, I got selected in veterinary, and there we had NCC unit. Like we could choose which branch of NCC we would want to, and adrenaline always rushed in my bloods, and I wanted more challenges in life. So horse riding was something which was really challenging. So I wanted to do that and more because my mother served ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, and
Wow.
she had the chance to ride horses, and she learned riding when she was 35. So that the stars and the uniform and all that I've seen when I was a kid. So horse riding appealed me a lot, and then I continued along with my studies, of course.
Super. So I can actually sense another story of a woman inspiring women.
Oh, my mother, she is 73 now, and she still is, now she is learning from me, and in my morning sessions, she joins, and the way she does, she still do plank, and 1 minute plank is nothing for her.
Wow, super.
73, yeah, she's 73.
So three cheers for your mom, first of all.
So my first yoga guru is my mom.
Because there are people who can't hold plank even for 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds.
Oh, she has done amazing things in life, and I am nothing as compared to her.
Super. So after your graduation, you have worked, served the government of MP, and you were transferred in the zoo and among the animals. And so how was your experience in the zoo? How was your experience operating on lioness?
Oh, experience, I think till date, I would say all the experiences I had have made me challenging, good, bad, whatever it is. Now, when I look back, I feel that these experiences, if these experiences would not have been there, I might not be me. So when I joined Zoo, it was under say the kind of situation because you were never there before, and then you're supposed to handle it. And then I came to know that there is a lioness who is actually, she was a tigress. So she had to be operated and no one would touch because they're the endangered species. So you just can't operate like this that, okay, I want to operate, so I am operating. You have to have the permission from CZA, Central Zoo Authority. And my assistant told me that ये बहुत मुश्किल का काम है मैडम, ये अपन से नहीं होगा, so इसको छोड़ देते हैं, अभी तक भी छोड़ा ही हुआ है, so it's okay, चलने देते हैं. And चलने देते हैं is never there in my blood. It just doesn't suit me. So I said, ठीक है, उसका नाम आज तक याद है मुझे, nice boy, गिरीश नाम था उसका. I said, गिरीश क्या करना पड़ेगा? So because when you are joining a job for the first time, your assistants know better than you. So he shared कि मैम आपको करना है तो CZA से authority लो. And luckily, Madhu, what helped me was I studied from a fantastic college. This veterinary college, Mahu, was a wonderful college. So I approached my teacher, who was a wonderful surgeon at that time. I consulted that I am writing to CZA. So will you be able to help me out? Because I could not have done it all alone. It was beyond my imagination. We had to have a team. He said, I'm there with you. So at least वो repo मेरा आज तक मेरे college से है. So I said fine, and then I could have that approval, and we did it. It was a national news at that time.
Wow. So obviously, I'm sure because for one endangered species, and it's not very easy, as you said, that there are so many procedures and stuff like that. And second, for us, is one lioness operating on another lioness. So I'm so glad that you got that opportunity, guys.
Yeah, but then without Dr. Pandey, it would not have been possible. So I give full credit to my wonderful college and the support I got from them.
Because I'm sure it must have been one of your most beautiful experiences, right?
Of course, of course, of course, yeah. And empowering too.
Empowering, yeah, exactly. So, just a thought ran through my mind that how many people actually get this kind of opportunity? So many vets are there.
I don't know. I was lucky. I was very, very lucky.
You were lucky, and I think the lioness also was lucky.
You can say that.
Okay, so after that, you got married, I think, right?
Yeah, I got married in my internship. The moment I passed out, I got married.
Okay. And then after that, you went into HR and all? So how did that?
That's again an interesting story. Like people wonder what is this few years this and the few years again the other thing and then again few years. So what happened was when I got married, my husband was obviously, he started his career and he was a supervisor in a factory at that time, just an entry level position. And we were newly married and I was hoping, like again, you said, na, childhood mein kya tha, dreams in the eyes. And then he would go, kabhi kabhi night shift hota tha, he would go. And 5 minutes also, if he will be late, the factory gates would be closed and he would come back. And I would ask, kya hua? He said, gate kam band ho gaya. I used to feel so offended and insulted, and I just could not take it. I told him कि कुछ ऐसे हो सकता है क्या कि हमारे लिए कभी गेट बंद नहीं हो, हम ऐसे पोजीशन में हो कि we will decide whether we want to do it for people or not. वो गेट का कंट्रोल हमारे पास होना चाहिए. So he said, what to do? दोनों एकदम young couple खोपड़ी मिला के we are just talking what to do. He said, क्या करे? I said, कुछ पढ़ना अगर होता होगा तो पढ़ेंगे. So Can you believe it? At that time, we did not know what MBA was. He said, कुछ नया सा कोर्स होता है MBA, उसमें मैनेजमेंट करने से अच्छा करियर होता है. I said, find it out. So he then happened to, like, he enrolled himself for part-time MBA because job तो करना था, otherwise खाना खर्चा कैसे चलने वाला था. So he started part-time MBA, and I happened to read his books. And one fine day, Philip Kotler ka marketing, that changed my life actually. And a very interesting thing for you as well, Madhu, because you are into image and all that. I read one thing which actually changed everything, my perception. And it was about selling. It was about lipstick. And somewhere something, I don't remember the exact words, but then somewhere something they mentioned that when you see Angelina Jolie wearing a lipstick, you just don't buy a lipstick, you buy hopes. You buy hopes that one day you might also appear like kind of like her, the full lips and all. And I was wondering, what kind of world is this? I mean, I was lost in my surgery and gynae and medicine, and I did not know where world went in those 5 years. So I said, ये तो कुछ interesting है, ये तो पढ़ना चाहिए. He said, but so cutting the long story short, I also did my MBA, but till that time also I did not know I'll be making my career in this, because I wanted to be a veterinarian. And as I shared that I am from a very, very small place, or chota sa jagah mein, you can imagine that the biggest dream a parent would have is कि उनकी बेटी या उनका बच्चा government officer है, right? And I was a government officer. I was writing my PSC for that. So then, okay, PSC happened and everything happened, and I was working in zoo. In spite of my MBA, I was working there. But then 2000 के आसपास he got shifted to Mumbai, and I was a mother till then, and by then, and then I just was wondering that, is it life worth living? Like, he's in Mumbai, I'm alone with my daughter. I was working in zoo, and then she would crave like papa chahiye, and I was having that unrest. And I believe all of us, we have that unrest. We have to balance our families and our careers. So I said, nothing doing. I just cannot make my career, because I am in government job and my husband is like there. And then I decided that I want to quit. So the first important communication happened with my family. Everyone said, "Pagal hai, government job छोड़ के तेरे को जाना है उधर because your husband is in Mumbai." I said, "I think so." फिर क्या करेगी? I don't know क्या करूँगी. कुछ तो कर लूँगी, पढ़ी लिखी हूँ, कुछ तो I'll do something. Don't worry about it. So within a year, they just said, "Okay, तेरे को जाना है, जा." I resigned. I came back. And then again, I was clueless. I can still remember when I came to Mumbai. Oh my God, big buildings. No one would talk to each other. What a world. And I was clueless. What am I going to do here? I wanted to see that if I can open my small vet clinic, but it needed investment. Mumbai ka investment. I had no money. No money. I mean, I was just starting my life with a government job. From where I would have that kind of money? And then my brother said, "Ki tu ek kaam kar." He was in Vietnam at that time. So he said, "Ki tu idhar ek course hota hai. That course is called CELTA. Like, if you will get selected here, so you'll pursue this, and then you'll be eligible to teach English anywhere in the world. So idhar aaja, and judge bhi aa jayenge, and then maybe you can roam around anywhere in the world." I said, fine. I got selected. And I did that course. So 6 months I taught in Vietnam as well. It was again a wonderful journey. But when my husband went there, he got double promotion. So the company did not want to leave him. And then again, the decision, abhi kya karu, so I just tell him jokingly, ki tu jidhar jidhar, main udhar udhar, piche side. Okay, fine. We came back to Mumbai. And then finally, when nothing happened in veterinary, in terms of I did not have money to invest, I did not want to, like, going there and working in a clinic would have been an option, but I needed money. And because with the daughter and everything else and Mumbai, so I said, for some time I taught in management colleges, and I used to love that as well, like being with young generation and teaching them human resources and all those things. So I said, let me try out this. And once I started this, then there was never ever a time wherein I still feel like even that time was amazing, but my management time was also good. And by that time I was mother of two, and then all my certifications, everything I did along with my kids. So मेरे घर में आज तक भी वही सीन है कि बच्चे भी पढ़ रहे होते हैं, मैं भी पढ़ रही होती हूँ, and my brother tease me कि तेरी तो अभी पढ़ाई भी खत्म नहीं हुई है. He teases me. He tells my daughters कि तेरी मम्मी का बुद्धि पता नहीं क्या अभी तक पढ़ ही नहीं पाई हो. So that is what is my story.
That's so sweet. I mean, it's an amazing. I was just imagining when you were saying that, घर में माहौल कितना अच्छा होगा.
Yeah, till date we are like this only. We keep on doing this because it is must to have. It is, you're not meant for only taking care of your kids. I mean, if you are very happy doing that, do it. But as I shared, my childhood was like achieving something or the other. My mother and my both my parents, they have given this concept to me that you can grow the way you think, and you just decide that there you want to go and you go. The only thing required is hard work with a purpose.
Absolutely. And I think what's also important is that, especially after marriage, I think it's important that your entire family also supports you, because that's
Yes.
where the backbone, the backing has to be there.
Yes,
Otherwise, it becomes slightly difficult.
And but it is mutual, Madhu. I believe that they will support provided you are supporting them. It just doesn't happen one way. That one person is totally supporting and just giving up everything else, and the other person is just growing. Then this growth doesn't give a lot of happiness. Then.
Absolutely, absolutely. So after all this HR and so what was that time? What was that transformation? And when was it that the lioness turned into a yogini?
Wow, a good question, wonderful question. So it was, I think, 7.5 years ago. We discovered that my husband is suffering from a genetic disorder, and this is called Marfan syndrome. Now, in this syndrome, we realized every year we would, okay, so whoever is listening, please go for your yearly medical checkup every year. That was the one thing which saved us. So every year we would do the checkup, but then this year something happened and I said, let us do it extensively for your heart as well, because you get tired. Other than getting tired, he had no symptom at all. And when we, just 1 minute, when we got it done, we realized that this aorta, the tube which supplies, which takes blood from heart and supplies the entire body, it got double the size which it had to be, and that was because of the syndrome. And I was clueless what to do. Like, it was none of our fault. It was genetic, and we just did not know. And then when I asked with the, like, I checked what is the option, they said open heart surgery. So cutting again the long story short, we went to Delhi. The open heart surgery happened, but I requested the surgeon who was to perform the surgery that allow me to be in. And Dr. Anil Bhan, amazing doctor, he said, "Tu daregi to nahi ladki?" I said, "Nahi." I said, "I have seen enough blood. I will not be scared." So he said, "वो तेरा पति रहेगा वहाँ पे, तू डरेगी तो नहीं?" I said, "No, please allow me." So because I am already a doctor, so he said, "Okay, fine, you come inside." So I still remember when they opened everything, doctor showed me his heart. So अभी आजकल मैं ये भी बोल सकती हूँ, you were saying ना, कितने लोगों को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है, कितने लोगों को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है जो बोले कि तेरा दिल देखा है मैंने अंदर से, right? I have seen beautiful heart he has, amazing heart he has. Yeah. So, but then at that time it was very stressful. I was continuously praying. I just wanted him back in my life. I did not want anything else, no achievement, nothing. I just wanted to have him back. And when it happened, when he was fine, of course, a year of stress and struggle and a lot of things. That was the time I was taking care of wellness for entire India in my company. And I used to feel that the moment somebody would get better because of my sessions, and the moment somebody would come happily and say, "Man, ये आपने सिखाया था ना, उससे ये ठीक हो गया." And I would say, "हाँ, okay, कुछ तो कहीं तो अच्छा हो रहा है, right?" And then suddenly it stuck that maybe this is the purpose of my life. Maybe I have to do something which would help people, which would heal people, which would give me a little kind of soothing thing. Because at that time still I was very, very stressed. I was not like this today. What you see me, I used to be very, very stressed for his life, for what would happen and all. And then finally we decided, and I left. I just asked him, I said, he's a beautiful heart. I just asked him, मैं छोड़ दूं? And that was the time my daughter was studying abroad, and I had financial obligations also. And again, वो हमारा वाला, yeah, I think सबका हाल वैसे ही होता है मधु, कि जितना होता है उतना जाता है. So we are never ever comfortable कि अरे अभी तो है, so चलो छोड़ देते, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. So he said, what will happen? I asked that मैं छोड़ दूं? He said, तू खुश रहेगी छोड़ के तो छोड़ दे. That is what he's been telling me always. I said, मुझे पता नहीं है मैं खुश रहूंगी कि नहीं. Maybe I'll bother you कि मैंने क्यों छोड़ दिया. But it is worth trying for a year, क्योंकि एक साल बच्चे को पढ़ाने का पैसा है हमारे पास. So that is what we decided. You will call it a lot of immaturity कि कोई ऐसे करता है क्या? But then from nowhere I just left and enrolled myself for yoga teachers training. And other than that, my sessions, my corporate sessions were on, because of which थोड़ा बहुत आता था. After that, I started teaching yoga, but then I realized that whoever is coming to me has something or the other. कोई बिल्कुल fit हाल में तो आ ही नहीं रहा है. Then yoga teachers training equipped me to teach the standard yoga. And then again, I realized that some more studies, and then another year for yoga therapies, and then Apollo happened. Initially, I joined them for cancer patients, and so finally, this is my journey. And what I do now is whatever I know, I mix and match and then offer to people for their bliss and happiness, and that's been happening.
Wonderful, wonderful, simply wonderful. And Richa, I want you to just, on what you just shared, it's a very powerful story, very, very powerful. In fact, I'm getting goosebumps. So I want you to share your details with the audience, and so that they can connect with you maybe on Facebook, Instagram. I think you also have a YouTube channel.
Sure. I've got a YouTube channel also. So all of you, whoever is listening or seeing me, please subscribe my channel. You will get beautiful updates on yoga. Like a little detail related to what is to be done and what is not to be done, and how maybe a simple move like this would help you. So me being a veterinarian has always helped me in understanding more of anatomy and physiology, because we were already studying 4 species and the basics were in place. So it was so, and then again I said we had amazing teachers. So you name the thing and my teacher's voice is still there. अच्छा ये इधर से ऐसा होता है, उधर से होता है, ऐसा होता है. So I try to describe scientific aspect of this as well. Like so you can join me at or you can subscribe to my channel Yoga Therapy with Richa.
Right.
And my Facebook page is Richa Yoga, and my Insta is Bhargav Richa, I suppose. Yeah, Bhargav Richa.
Yeah. Okay, and also, she also takes sessions. You have morning batches and
I've got 2 batches. I've got morning batches and evening batches. So if you want to join in to learn an authentic yoga which is going to help you for your stress relieving, and a journey wherein I yeah, so maybe you can post a comment here itself, or you can note down my number. You can contact me on WhatsApp. My number is 976-979-2022. Maybe I'll write it in the comment box so that people can note it if they
Yes,
want.
do that. And also also Richa, please explain them about the other therapies and healing procedures, relationship management. You are into a whole lot of bunch of
Yeah,
things.
so yes, so I take personal sessions based on behaviors and based on personalities, because every personality is a different personality. You are into image, so the people who are a particular kind of personality will go so easy with you and to understand what you're doing. But there could be the other personalities who might struggle to create that kind of image. So I understand personalities and behaviors very well. I have done many certifications, courtesy again my earlier company, because they wanted to groom me up in these fields. So what I do is I take parenting. So it is one-to-one sessions which I'm talking about. So you can book an appointment with me for any kind of relationships or growth, or sometimes you don't understand yourself, or whatever it is related to personalities, behaviors, understanding others, or understanding self.
Super, super. So I think one of your students has commented that he or she is.
Nanda, yeah, yes, my yoga ma'am. Yeah, she's doing so fine. It's a complete transformation for her, and she can even see my class if I have a corporate session, and I have to just tell her that will you be able to see? Okay, ma'am, I'm there. I call them my yoga family. It's been 4 years, and we all are. It's kind of extended family to me.
I can actually feel what you're saying, Richa, because whenever I have seen your videos, and I have actually felt that the calmness, the ease with which you speak, the ease with which you actually the flow from one transition to the other transitions. And so for the audience, I would strongly recommend Richa. Reason for that is because she is not one of those yoga teachers ki हाँ ठीक है ये ऐसे किया ये वैसे किया. No, it's not like that. Yoga is not only that. Yoga is much
It is much more. If I tell you, apparently visibly I was healthy, but I was suffering from migraine 35 years, and there is no doctor, no top doctor in this, I mean India, whom I'm not consulted with. And I've got this much big file, and people just cannot imagine that the way I could settle it. I mean, it's blessing that it got settled because of yoga.
Super.
And also about a lot of joints, and because I used to be a rider, you can imagine 5 hours of riding I used to do, और किधर से कितना गिरती थी वो तो, I mean, countless falls. So all these joints, everything got slowly. It heals you slowly, but it gives you great impact.
Exactly. So it's basically basically it's not an outside thing, like the way I would describe it.
Never. Then it becomes an exercise.
Yeah. She works from inside to out rather than from outside to in. So normally what I have seen with the yoga teachers, it's more outside towards in, or वो होता भी नहीं है actually. It is more like
I would say, Madhu, the real yoga teachers, I have met real yoga teachers, few wonderful yoga teachers. The problem is, yoga is not standardized in India. So if you get to see a real yoga teacher, he or she will offer you the similar things. With me, a little more advantages, because I know psychology, I know anatomy, I know physiology. Then a combination works. But anyone who is deep into yoga will be able to help the other person the way it is meant to be. Otherwise, वो वो 2 महीने का कोर्स करके सिखाना, 3 महीने का कोर्स करके सिखाना, टीवी पे देख के करना, that isn't it.
That doesn't make sense actually.
That
I would
isn't
say
it.
that's like playing with yoga.
That
And
is.
yoga is not a thing to be played with. It's a very serious affair. It's a very,
Yeah.
very serious affair.
That is so true.
So Richa, I think you have also done Kathak.
Oh wow, yeah. So I learned Kathak in my childhood, and was it written there?
Yeah, it's mentioned here, but I remember seeing one of your videos. I think कौन सा रंग बोलते हैं हम लोग को, ऑरेंज को बोलते हैं. So you were
yeah.
wearing
Kana, Kana re Nandanandan. So this,
exactly.
yeah. Okay. So I learned Kathak, and I see. I think I am lucky that my parents gave me a lot of opportunity to learn in my childhood, because when we grow a lot of studies and then we just, it is very difficult to follow what other than your studies you need if you want to learn something. So I learned Kathak in my childhood, and what I do now is like understanding behaviors, understanding change management, understanding emotions, and understanding communication. When I say communication, communication is just not what I'm speaking. मैं कभी हिंदी बोल रही हूँ, कभी इंग्लिश बोल रही हूँ, but then the way you are speaking, the way this gesture, and this gesture, everything speaks. Your image, what you work, like image, your entire persona speaks. So Kathak is again very, very expressive form of dance. So what I do now is I imbibe yoga poses with Kathak and then various songs, and I give dance movement based therapies based session to people. And we have experimented, as I shared, that I'm a consultant at Apollo. But initially, when I was not even a consultant, just for supporting the group, I started it with the cancer patients. And you won't imagine the kind of happiness we could see this people with joyous face, and somebody would come and hug me, and they would say that, you know what, I danced after 50 odd years, and tears, and then what must scene wo bhi ro rahe, main bhi ro rahi hu, with a bliss and with a joy and with a connect. And this is what I call spirituality. It is an amazing thing which makes me feel really good about.
So that's when I think, if I'm not mistaken, I noticed you because of one such session you had posted on Facebook. I think it was Apollo Hospital.
Apollo, a lot of sessions in Apollo I have done.
And that's when I saw that energy, the connect of your energy with people. And then I saw that Kathak wala, the entire transformation, how you had, fused the fusion of yoga along with Kathak, and the entire setup was like so beautiful. And after that, it was like all the poses of yoga, and from this pose to this transition to that transition, and it was like wow, mind blowing. And then I said, no, one of the sessions I'm going to have with this lady.
Thank you so much.
So if anybody has any questions,
please.
Yeah, please feel free to put down your.
You're so lucky. Very, very good friend of mine, Shivani. Hi, Shivani. She's a beautiful singer, amazing. I think you should take her. You should see if she can give you time. Shivani has joined. I'm so blessed, Shivani, that you are here. Her
Hello,
voice,
Shivani.
her songs, amazing. Yeah.
No, I'm saying hello, Shivani. Thank you for joining in.
Even she had her YouTube channel. You can follow. Wonderful voice. Yeah. So anyone has any question related to maybe whatever we are talking, and I also want to tell all of you that when I checked with her कि क्या होने वाला है, she said just बात करेंगे, and maybe कुछ हम बात image की करेंगे. So we did not even talk about image, Madhu.
करेंगे, वो भी करेंगे आगे.
करेंगे क्या? Okay.
What is more important here is to know you better.
Okay.
And as far as image is concerned, image is just I just touch upon in most of the interviews, just to let people get a feel of it. So we saw some few stages of your life, right? So first stage was before graduation, how you were. Then there was this graduation when you operated, after you also operated on the lioness. And then after that, the HR, the management, and now the yoga, and like all these relationship management and all those whole lot of things. I'm 200% sure as a person, yes, there is an involvement. He was evolved as a person. Everybody does. But from the image point of view, in the sense now you just beautifully explained about communication. So communication is not what I'm talking. It's just minuscule of communication. Communication is how I'm sitting, what my vibes are, and non-verbal communication. मैं बैठे बैठे what I'm conveying to you without even saying a word is communication. Actually, your colors that you're wearing, your even to the extent of what earring or how you are moving your hands and whole lot of things.
Yeah.
So when I say that image, how? So image actually is with us right from the time we are born. Our image starts getting built up, right
So
from the time we're born. So I want to understand that according to you, what was your relation with image, or how did you manage your image in all these different stages? So okay, obviously we may not call it as image management because this term is just come newly, it's all over the place. But we were always managing our image. Our
sure.
forefathers were always managing their image. Everybody was always managing. Now we call it image management. So
True.
how was it for you, like at different stages?
Okay. So, wonderful question and very intelligent question. I did not expect this question this way, but it gives me an opportunity to talk more about what I know. So hi, Kaizad. Kaizad also has joined. I recently met him in one of the organization. Okay. So coming back to image, when in my organization, when I was taking care of HR, I used to do personality assessment for people, and as I was sharing that there are different kind of people. Like some people are very okay with whatever you are teaching, and then they go with the flow, and then this is a type of personality. And some other people might not be that good. But when it comes to those personality types, the all of you, if you are wondering that what I'm talking about, please listen to me, and then you will understand where I'm coming from. So every one of us mask our personality to a little extent, and that is why like persona mani mask hi hota hai. And what we used to do, what I used to do when I will interview a guy, or when I would see that whether this person will be a right fit for the organization or not. So we used to see what is the profile, original profile, and what is the work profile. And Madhu, it is very interesting. The more is the difference between the original profile and the mask profile, more is the stress level.
Yes.
And there are certain jobs wherein you have to have that mask image. Without that, you just cannot perform. Even there are levels wherein you have to have that masking. Okay. So as I said that when you asked me, I was not expecting my image journey from my childhood to now. I am understanding now that it has that the difference has reduced considerably. Okay, because when I was learning and I was a new professional, I would spend hours and hours together. Like ये fit कैसा है, ये trouser इसके साथ जा रहा है कि नहीं, scarf जा रहा है कि नहीं. Oh my God, वो color के साथ में आँख का shade भी ठीक है कि नहीं. You know how a corporate woman would dress up if she has to. I mean, so much. I'm not saying it's not good. It was good, but over the period, I have realized that whenever I would have less time and I would do a little only, but if I would have substance inside, if I would make sense to people, people will still get influenced. I can still make sense to them. So then slowly my masking became a little less. So those who are attending my sessions regularly, they might not have seen me wearing makeup for long. I mean, Sunanda might be wondering, oh, ye ma'am hai kya hamari? So, okay, fine. So again, I am saying that here, if I'm talking to you, I cannot be in my pajama and t-shirt. You remember I asked कि सिर्फ बात करनी है कि कुछ करना भी है, and you said सिर्फ बात करनी है. So सिर्फ बात करनी है, okay, I can wear sari. So अगर कुछ करना भी है, I will have to wear my the gym fit and also that I am apt. So I used to wonder this initially when I started learning yoga, and there is a dilemma. There used to be a dilemma कि yoga tells you a parigraha, no you just don't have to store a lot of things और जितना जरूरत है उतना रखो और मत रखो बाकी. And if you see my lipstick collections, oh my god, अब मुझे तो टेंशन होने लगती थी कि क्या करूं मैं अभी. And yoga tells you कि कोई external वो सब चीज का जरूरत नहीं. This was my understanding initially, okay. And 4 years ago, I happened to attend an international yoga therapy session. And I met a person who was like me. He was a doctor and turned into yoga therapist. And I asked, I'm a very, very open communicator. So, जैसे कि मैं life stories भी बताते जा रही हूँ ना आराम आराम से. So, I asked कि, sorry?
That's good, I'm saying.
Okay, right. So, I asked कि, डॉक्टर साहब एक बात बताओ मुझे. When I go for my corporate sessions and when I am pura tayar okay, and then I feel that I'm masking. I feel that this is not me. I'm masking to a little level. Do you feel it is appropriate? Then he started smiling and he said, look at me. I just looked at him. He was all in orange robe. He said, I'm making my image here. He said, मैं अपना हॉस्पिटल का तो कपड़ा पहन के नहीं आया हूं ना इधर. I'm making my image here. You are making your image there. So it is must have. It is required. But yes, of course, what I believe now is that you do it in a balance. You have to have that image ka concept in mind, but you do it in balance so that your stress should not be there. I mean, when again I have to tell this to people that कितने बजे मैंने आपको पूछा था 1 बजे 2 बजे I was totally packed today. So 1-1:30 बजे I told her कि मधु पहनना क्या है बोलो, वही जो conversation हमारा होगा. She said anything, but I said no, it's your program, so you tell me. So she said साड़ी होगी तो अच्छा होगा. I said fine, साड़ी होगी तो अच्छा होगा. By the way, we are matching in our colors, okay? People will not even imagine. Okay, right. And then साड़ी, I think बहुत दिन पहले एक सेशन किया था मैंने, कभी उस दिन मैंने पहना था. एंड देन बिकॉज आई डोंट वेयर इट रेगुलरली, तो जाके जब खोला सो मैच का तो कुछ है ही नहीं. सो अगेन आई सेड ओके, मिक्स मैच करेंगे. एंड जब आप साड़ी पहन रहे हो सो इमेजेस, देन यू हैव टू वेयर कुछ तो ज्वेलरी आप पहनोगे. सो नाउ आई एम जस्ट ओपनिंग माय पोल खोलना बोलते हैं ना. लुक एट दिस इज ब्लैक एंड दिस इज गोल्डन. क्योंकि मुझे कुछ मिला ही नहीं मैच का, जल्दी टाइम ही नहीं था. आई हैड 15 minutes. So you just balance it out so that it doesn't look odd. और मे बी लोग ये भी सोच सकते हैं कि ओके यही स्टाइल होगा. ओके, इफ आई एम कन्विंस्ड, आई एम कन्विंस्ड, फाइन. द वे यू आर हाईलाइटिंग योर, इसको क्या बोलते हैं, पेपर एंड सॉल्ट वाला लुक. If you are okay, you're okay. It has to come from within. And then you balance it out from your external self. And it's absolutely okay. That is what I believe, that it works with me. I don't know about people, but it works with me because I believe that if I have substance, if I'm talking sense, then definitely people will connect it. But then a little acceptability has to happen, because of which we have to take care of certain aspects of our image externally as well. Did I answer your question?
No, absolutely. In fact, you have explained it very beautifully. And now I will just add 2-3 pointers to it. So when we say image management, so image management is not about wearing brands or wearing all clothes which are not authentic to you. So image management, you have touched upon two very important topics. Those are being authentic and being appropriate. So like you said, for example, your friend who wore that orange robe, he was appropriately dressed for the role and the goal he was playing at that point of time. So it is very, very important.
Yes, I agree.
Very important, because otherwise you are not respecting that particular occasion and the people who have invited you, or whatever, that particular role or role that you're about to play. At the same time, you cannot be what you are not. See, what you are explaining and what people are normally doing is, like, say, for example, tomorrow you start copying somebody. You cannot be, like, say, here I'll give an example of Ranveer Singh and maybe Ranveer Kapoor. Ranveer Kapoor cannot carry Ranveer Singh's clothes. He cannot. Because Ranveer Singh is dramatic. Ranveer Singh is different. And when you will see Ranveer Singh wearing something classic, you will say, oh God, I can't relate with Ranveer Singh any longer. So whatever you are, you need to be authentic to yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And you need to be appropriate as per the role and the goal. That is what is called image management. Image
So
management.
when you say being authentic, this happens only when you have substance, only when you feel good enough, only when you don't feel that you need to copy anyone. And that is when it comes to that, okay, this suits me, I feel okay, I feel appropriate, right for the occasion, fine.
Fine,
So
absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Sometimes this has happened to me, that the changing of the avatar was not possible sometimes. Like one fine day, one of my my friends are all the HR friends, no? So one of my friend wanted me to have a session because she had invited someone, but wo kuch to problem hua, and like our Facebook today, and the person could not come. And she called me, Richa, where are you? I said, I just finished my session. She said, I just want you to be here within 10 minutes. I said, 10 minute to आपके यहाँ का रास्ता भी नहीं है, उसमें भी आधा घंटा लग जाएगा. I said, I don't want, please help me out. Audience is waiting and I don't have anyone and I have to have someone to talk about this particular topic and I know you can do justice. I said, fine, I just had finished my session. So I was in my gym wear, yoga wear. I went there and then I started with this, that you might be wondering what kind of corporate trainer is this, but I'm so sorry, I was conducting my session and then I had no time to change. So I hope you will be okay with that, and everyone was okay with that. So that is why I'm saying that now that masking has reduced based on the situation and the kind, but yes, I understand what you're saying, that it has to be appropriate, it has to be respectful to the occasion.
Absolutely. And Richa, you just mentioned about you checking with me what to wear and stuff. Now, for the audience and also for you, what actually initially I had planned was, because I said that these sessions we normally take in my office. You are sitting next to me, and so when I had visualized the session, so I do a lot of visualization. When I plan out things. So when I had planned out for you, what I had actually thought was that I'll ask you to wear your yoga outfit. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would request you to come in your yoga outfit, and I will also wear my yoga outfit.
Yeah, you've been doing amazing. I see you doing all this. Yeah.
It would have been so amazing. So I would have, I was thinking of involving, in little bit of 5-10 minutes in between, doing both of us doing something together. And
Wow.
so it would have been like very interesting. So, but then unfortunately, I didn't want this happening online because coordination and it would have
I
become
understand.
very.
I understand.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
next time we can plan that.
yeah, next time we will try that. So, anyways, I think Instagram takes only 1 hour, right? On the live, it permits only 1 hour, right? So I think it's about to get.
I am not so good in understanding this. That's why I said that you had to teach me all this. I did not know. I didn't do any live on Insta.
I feel okay. So if that's the case, no, Richa, I think you should go more often. You should go live on Insta because here the connect is very good, and
Okay.
your followers, yes, your followers will gain a lot from your knowledge. They will gain a lot from your knowledge. So I would recommend at least about at least once in 2 weeks for half an hour, 45 minutes. Take a topic and just go live. I think it will benefit a lot of people.
Okay, I'll take it as my takeaway from you.
That's so sweet of you. Okay, now here I would like to. So usually this is what I give to you.
Okay, I'm receiving it virtually.
And I'm going to courier it to you. This is sponsored by Skin Sense and by Shweta Iyengar. This is a trophy which I give it to all my participants, all my guests. Unfortunately, because it's online, so I can't really hand it over to you. But I will be couriering it.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, and we were also like I don't know if we have 5-10 minutes more left because I didn't check the time when we started it. So quickly 2-3 questions I will just throw and just
Sure.
no taking time, nothing. Okay. So what's yoga to you?
Peace.
One word.
Peace.
Peace. Okay, super. Who is Richa?
Everything.
Super. Your world.
Sorry?
Your world.
Yoga.
Super. Name one actress whom you feel is very flexible.
One actress.
One actress who, according to you, is very flexible. Because yoga is to do with flexibility.
I think I'll have to give it a pass because I don't follow actresses and I don't know even. I'm in a different zone. Maybe
Okay.
you can tell me.
Okay, name one person, anybody for that matter, who when you think of that person, it reminds you of yoga.
I think my husband.
Wow. Why do you say that?
And I'll tell you why. He's not a person who would do a lot of stretches. Not at all. He's learning now. But the way he lives his life, he is a yogi. Acceptance and then being okay with everything and not thinking about past or future, just being in present and to be able to give love, unconditional love to everyone. That is what he is. So he is yogi for me.
So very nice, very nice. So if you need to change one thing in this country, India, what would it be?
I don't think we need to change Madhu. I think the way we are growing, the pace with which it is changing, it had to happen this way. And you remember, I know it is not a one-liner. I'm a defaulter here. But you remember when I said that in my life journey, whatever good, bad, ugly, beautiful, whatever has happened, it had to happen this way only. So we have got our own pluses, we have got our own minuses, we have got our own struggles. I don't want to change anything. The way we are going, it's absolutely fine with me. And that is why maybe I am in India. A lot of people are not in India, but I love this country. I love India. I love to be in India. I'm a global, like बाहर से लौटा हुआ इंसान अपने घर पे आता है ना जैसे. So I've learned all those certifications, international certifications, and then when I'm learning Patanjali Yoga Sutra, I said, oh, ये तो मैनेजमेंट में पढ़ा था, हाँ ये तो तब पढ़ा था, ये तो तब पढ़ा था. So everything is there. I don't want to change anything. I love my country the way this is, our country the way this is. It is.
Super, super. Okay, 2020. 2020.
Opportunity.
Superb. What are you, okay, one word maybe for 2021.
Learning.
Learning, okay. And what about
Learning
COVID?
to, I mean, I need to explain this. Learning to transition back to where we were, but not leaving the basics that we just don't need a lot of things. We should not go back to that old crazy module.
Yeah, we human beings are crazy, no?
Yeah.
We have made the world crazy. So I think COVID, what do you have to say about COVID?
Sorry?
What do you have to say about COVID?
Oh, be safe, wear mask. The lockdown has opened up, but COVID has not gone. Be safe. Please be safe. I see a lot of things happening post-COVID, so be safe. Do yoga. And yoga is not something which you do in the morning. Yoga is something which you live. You be blissful. Whatever life is offering you, be okay with that and still try hard.
Super, super. So I think Richa, I think it's going to be time off now. It might, immediately, abruptly, it will.
That's okay. So all of us can, both of us can thank our viewers or whoever could spare time.
Yeah, so everybody, all the viewers, thank you so much, and thank you for being there. If there are any questions, please feel free to connect with Richa with reference to whatever she has spoken about, whatever she has a rich knowledge of yoga, spirituality, relationships, and whole lot of things. And you can know more from her. You can DM her YouTube channel, follow, subscribe her YouTube channel. And I have seen her amazing yoga transitions, which are way beyond what normally you get to see. And there is a lot that needs to be taken home from this session. Also, Richa, thank you so much for being here and with me on this show.
Pleasure
It's an
is
honor.
all mine. Pleasure is all mine. And I also want to tell you one of my another yogi, Sri Ram, has also joined. Wonderful photographer, wonderful yogi. I'm glad so many people are joining just by saying that join us and understand our story.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Richard, thank you so much for your enriching, sharing all the very, very enriching journey. And today I feel very proud and happy as a lady to get more enriched from your story. A
Likewise.
story of
Likewise, I always get inspired, and nowadays I don't get to see your chotika various things, but I always get inspired by the way you practice and just do a lot of things together. You are an inspiration.
Thank you so much, Richa, and give my regards to your mom. A
Sure.
huge respect to her, a huge respect to her. And
Sure.
lots of love to you and your family. Be safe, stay healthy, and always keep smiling. You have a beautiful smile. And
Thank you.
whenever we are planning, as I shared with you that because we are perfect has a different goal altogether. So as we progress towards that, and when we have all set with what I shared with you, at that point of time, I'm going to get in touch with you, and then you need to be here with me.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, you want to say something to your viewers?
Thank you so much. That's it. Be safe. Do yoga.
Yeah, do yoga.
Be in yoga.
Absolutely, and I think COVID has actually taught us a lot of things. I think it's a very spiritual year. I would say 2020 has been a very spiritual year. Most of us, many of us, actually were turned inwards, which was the need of the hour. Though there were people who were already inwards, but a huge percentage meant to go inwards, which happened, which was so beautiful. Thank you, Mansi. Thank you so much for joining in here. we couldn't go ahead with the Facebook Live because of some technical glitch. But yes, we will come back soon with Richa once again, only on Facebook. Because I think, Richa, you have a session or something now, right?
I have it at 5:30. I'll have to log in. So avatar
Yeah.
badalna padegi. It's yoga session.
Yeah, otherwise we would have, like maybe, but it's like too long otherwise. So we'll cover it up on some other day. We will do
Yeah,
only exclusive Facebook then. So
sure.
unfortunately, we couldn't really log in, and which happens. It has happened with two of my other episodes also, similar kind of stuff. So it's
That's
okay.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's absolutely okay.
yeah. But this
Okay,
recording, I will be anyways posting it on the Facebook, and I'll be putting it on your YouTube as well. I'll share with
okay.
you also. Rita.
Sure,
I'll share.
sure. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, and wish you all the
Bye
very
bye.
best for your next session. Take care.
Bye bye bye.
So thank you so much for joining in, and we had Richa Bhargava with us today. And this series is a series which is, as I said, for women, by women, of women. And if you guys are interested in, if you feel that your story is very strong enough and inspiring and adds value to other people's life, then please connect with me, DM me, and I will get in touch with you. Secondly, if you want to get in touch and be a sponsor or be a part of, because we are worth it, again, please DM me and we shall get in touch with you. And let's see, there is someone really powerful coming next.